Hey guys, this is Eric, the UBX Picker. I'm actually trying out live stream. I doubt I'll have anybody in here today, but just actually just trying it out for myself to see how it works and see if I can get a handle on it. I'm honestly just doing some video game testing. I've been watching the Nurse Flipper, so that's what I've got going on. Hopefully, maybe somebody will pop in and tell me whether I've got anything working or not. See what's going on. See if I can get on my YouTube on the other side. Let's see what's there. Hey Val, I'm trying out live. Not done this in the past, so good. Weren't sure. I just got YardStream set up yesterday, so something new for me. I'm honestly just doing some video game testing. It's kind of what I got going on, but I wanted to hop on here for a few minutes just to see. Hey, Junk Girl. Just on here doing a little testing, a little listing, hanging out, just seeing how this whole live stream thing works. Hopefully we'll be doing some a little bit more consistent. So if you guys got any questions for me, it'd be great. Yeah, I've got a tote of video game stuff. I don't know if you guys can see, but all this is PlayStation 2s. That's kind of what I'm working on today. So than that, I've been on the Nurse Flipper channel on her live stream just ended. So they were talking about what's going on in the world. Are you guys shut down where you're at? Mostly eBay. I've done a little bit on Mercari and Poshmark, but I don't really do much on that. Just I've been doing eBay since September, so I done pretty good, I think, so far. I think last 90 days about 11K, so these are good. Oh, you're watching the Canadians. I gotcha. So you getting a lot of A over there? Poshmark. I tried Poshmark. I don't do a lot of clothing, mostly hard goods for the most part. I do have a bunch of hats that I'm just in the process of listing. So these guys, there's some cool ones, other country stuff. I think I actually may have a Canadian hat. Nah. Yeah, about NA. Yeah, I think we messaged Junk Girl about you being over there by Charlotte. So you've been to the Outer Banks? Yeah, my youngest daughter works in a restaurant in Greenville, and they are closed. So she's coming home tomorrow. Colorado. Yeah, I guess a little bit more laid back. The Outer Banks is actually closed where I live to visitors. They closed it today at 2:00. So no one is allowed on the Outer Banks. We basically the only way to access us is bridges. So they they have sheriff's department at both bridges. So those are closed down. It's not available to get on. So that's what we got going on out here. And all restaurants are closed except for carry out, and takeout. Yeah, takeout and delivery. So that's it. I got you. Walmart's not out. No longer 24/7. I got you. Yeah, here are a lot of our stores. It's crazy. I went to a couple thrifts today, and they were still open. They talk like they are going to stay open, but they're local thrifts, not corporate thrifts. So hopefully, we actually have out here on the Outer Banks. We have some stores. They're called, gosh, Hotline. It's basically like they handled like battered women and children. They basically have a shelter for those guys and help them get services. So that's what's going on here. Those thrift stores are staying open, as far as I know. They actually do in the spring. They do kind of like this spring turnover. So they take and put basically they gut the store of old items and then they put in new items. So yeah, thrifting on LoBX. You have to hit me up on the channel. I'm also on Instagram. So if you're out on the Outer Banks, I'll be happy to show you the thrifting spots. There we do have more pickers than what I realized before I started doing it out here, but we have about probably 8-9 thrift stores here locally, so not bad. I like the Hotlines the best. One of these things. So those are good spots. Thrifting and the beach, not a bad combination. Are you guys seeing a dip in sales with we don't have bins. The closest bins to me is in Newport News, Virginia, which is like hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours. In our Goodwill, we do have like 6 clothing bins they're not true bins. They don't do it by weight. They do it by item. I think it's around $1.40. So we don't have the bins. I actually have never been to the bins. Me and a buddy of mine who we thrift together occasionally, we were actually talking about going to the bins just to get the experience. I want to get a little bit better camera for YouTube before I go, just to see what happens there. I'm sure it's nuts. From what I've seen, some videos of other people in the bins. We were joking about blocking for each other if it gets kind of crazy. You guys go to the bins? Yeah, that's what we were saying. Is we were both kind of bigger guys. I said, so I think we could hold our own in there, but I don't know. Hey, Jennifer, good to have you. Welcome. This is actually my first live. I was just testing out this whole StreamYard thing and seeing if I could keep up with things, but I don't have a ton of people on the on my channel at this point, so I'm glad to have you guys. $45 minutes away. Wow. Yeah, I wish I had the bins a little closer. For sure. In Denver is about 43. Yeah, well, I gotcha. Have you guys done any live stuff before? Gotcha. Yeah, for me, this is completely new. So I've actually done some stuff similar to this, like similar to live, but in other I used to do some life insurance sales, so we would have meetings like this through videos. So yeah, making videos is a little bit different. I'm learning as I go, but being new, too awkward to go live. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you see awkward on live, and they seem to do okay. Heavily on editing. Yeah, I've seen some of your videos. Like you actually do a good job with the whole cutting and adding content. Mine's pretty straightforward, pretty simple at this point. I have grown kids, like 22 and 25 daughters, so they're always giving me tips for YouTube. So one of them will be here for a couple weeks, looks like, because her job shut down. So I told her she'd have to help beef up my YouTube game while she's here. Yeah, I mean, you seem pretty entertaining on YouTube. Val, you should do all right. Yeah, I've been trying to get actually my youngest daughter to do YouTube. Hey, CDL Picker. Alan, good to have you. I was telling these guys this is actually my first live. I just clicked on this thing to see if I could operate this. Do video occasionally, but do not like to do. I mostly do what's sold. Honestly, I had like a vlogging camera, but that thing kind of messed up on me. So trying to get a new one. Yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer. Pretty much whatever. Any of you guys have StreamYard? Do y'all use this program at all? Edit on the iPad. I actually got a MacBook Pro the other day from a thrift, oddly enough, for like $15. They didn't have a charger cord. So I'm hoping that thing works. I ordered a charger cord for it. I mostly use Microsoft, like through a regular PC. I have a Dell laptop. I got you. So do you drive a truck there, CDL? Channel's still small. Yeah, this is like I've never used StreamYard before either. I was trying to see how it works. I guess you can add people. I got you. Do you drive locally or across the country? I do appear online only when everybody's asleep. That's funny. Yeah, that's true. This is kind of a little bit later, not super late. Ken, what's up? You guys should subscribe to my buddy there, Island Homesteader. It's not a picking channel, but he has lots of he does bees, all kinds of interesting stuff. He lives on Hatteras Island. I've known him for quite a few years. He also resells. I kind of got him started in it. So Eastern and Midwest. Yeah, man, we're at the end of the earth out here on Outer Banks. So as far as you can go east, that's where we're at. Oh, thanks, Val. Yeah, I think he's like 1,700 subscribers. Oh, nice. Yeah, I just got approved on StreamYard today, as a matter of fact, because I still don't have enough subs to do it on my phone because you have to have over 1,000. But I'm trying it out here on the laptop. See what's going. Thanks, Jen, for the sub from a buddy there. He's actually I've helped him some of the eBay stuff, and he's been helping me a little bit on the YouTube because he's been YouTubing for a little while. So going to New Bern tomorrow. Oh, that's cool. Hey, somebody told me about there's a good thrift store in New Bern. Actually, I forget the name of it. They say it's really good. Lots of good deals there. New Bern's about maybe 3 hours for us. So one of those things. Never a good sign when one of those things don't power up. Nice. PlayStation's got power. Can't see the enemy. He's up there. Yeah. Yeah, Kevin was nice enough to give me a good shout out the other day on his channel. So great. I guess this morning, actually. So what else you guys got going on? Yeah, if one of y'all has StreamYard, I'd be happy to put somebody in if they want to come on. Hey, more income. What's going on, man? See if this works. I just wanted to see if somebody could add in. Like I said, my first day doing this live thing, so kind of trial run. Storage Treasures canceled all our options today. That stinks. Headed out for the night. It was good hanging out. Yeah, thanks, Val. Thanks for coming and watching my videos and stuff. Appreciate it. Oh, that's cool. Huh. Yeah, man, just checking all the buttons in here, seeing how it all works. Yeah, I've actually been watching some live streams throughout the day today, other than one thrift to the trip today. One thrift store. Let's see if my video game works. Maybe. Yeah, I found these IKEA seat cover things today. $250. Those things sell for like $75. Crazy. From the thrift. The foam head. Yeah. Threw my Miami hat up on there. You guys hear the PlayStation humming in the background, I'm sure. You guys, so CDL, do you do mostly storage auction stuff then? At the stores. Yeah, it's actually this PlayStation 2. These things make a lot of racket. I don't know if any of you guys do much games, but the back of these things are usually full of dust, like where the fan is. Let's see if we can find the camera. Where the fan is. So a lot of times they're a little noisy for sure. Just testing a few of these things. I've got like 4 of them. So that's kind of what I've been doing, is getting these guys, making sure they work. Sounds like a drill for sure. So Patty, do you sell mostly what do you sell mostly? Yeah, imagine driving straight. CDL, do you find sometimes loads at some of those warehouses? I've seen some other guys that drive trucks that say occasionally they find like pallets. Oh, this one's got a stuck drawer. Yay. Pac-Man. eBay, Facebook, warehouse sales. Okay. Asheville. That's cool. So you're like me. I sell about anything and everything, to be honest. I know a little bit more about video games and stuff that I grew up with. This PlayStation actually had a little bonus. Pac-Man. I'm not sure what this disc is worth. Pac-Man World Rally. Thing's got a drawer issue though. I'm gonna look up and see what if this game's worth anything. World Rally. PS2. Disc only. What do you guys think? Pac-Man World Rally. That's a little bonus. $8.99. Free ship. Disc only. I always love it when someone leaves disc in there. Of course, the way this drawer works, that's probably why they left it. That thing's struggling. Have to set that one aside. Needs a little work. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all hanging out. I don't know who's left on here, but I think just me and Junk Girl. Yeah, I like when you find games in the units. That's always good. Nice little bonus. So do you do mostly clothes there, Patty? I've found some clothes recently. Mostly clothes I do is shoes. I do some of them. And I do I gotcha. One thing I've found that's pretty interesting with clothes is the when I go to stores, most of the guys' clothes, which is the stuff I'm looking at, because I don't know anything about women's clothes, most of the guys' clothes are trash for the most part. I was like, I guess guys, we pretty much wear our stuff out before we do anything with it. But women's clothes, there's always probably like 2 to 1 women's versus men's clothing for sure. See if these things work. Yeah, my daughters always look through my stuff though. This past week I bought a it was actually an online auction, estate sale, and I bought all this stuff. And so sure enough, my daughters went through and picked stuff out that they wanted, vintage. So it's kind of funny how that works. I have found good shoes though. I found like I don't know how much you've watched the other video that I have, but I found a pair of Kobe Bryant's, not shoe, like maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. They sold this past weekend, so they were good, or 2 weekends ago. This thing sounds like it's not reading the disc. Yeah, thanks guys for joining. A few just came in. This is my first trial run of doing a live. So yeah, I thought they would go for a little bit more. I got them for like $4, $3.98. So $3.98 plus tax. I sold them for $118 plus shipping, but I put them on auction because I thought honestly that they'd probably go a little higher. But also I just kind of wanted to get some traffic on them and see what happened. Heart Picker. I have to check him out. I've seen his name. I think I actually subbed to him, but recently I've subbed to so many people. Like I've tried to watch like a little bit of everybody, but it's definitely one of the things that you have to learn some of that stuff for sure. Clothing to me seems a little tougher to list. When I first got started, I went to the thrift store because I'd watched other people's videos. So I'm like picking up all the name brands that I know, and all that stuff's still sitting in my closet. Like I listed it initially. I tried some on Poshmark. In fact, I've still got some listed on Poshmark. But I haven't really sold any of that stuff. Like it was all like dress shirts and polos, those kind of things. But for me, that just didn't do much. I like hard goods better. It is cool to find some vintage T-shirts and stuff occasionally. I picked some of those up at that estate sale. I actually have a. We're in the process of oxy-cleaning that thing. I had to call my mom about washing. I told her I asked her if she what would be the best way to get out some stains. It was a white T-shirt, but it's a Pepsi from probably the 80s. So, oh, that's cool. The Pac-Man game works, and that PlayStation works. So that's great. So, what's y'all's biggest flip you've had recently? Yeah, definitely. It's better to sell what you enjoy and feel comfortable with. That makes it less like a job or less like work. But I get excited over a lot of stuff you find. When you find good things, or you find things that are surprise you. Definitely flipped some weird stuff recently. Or not necessarily weird, but things that you wouldn't normally think would be valuable that are when you get looking at them. So, yeah, I've flipped some things sometimes that makes you scratch your head. Like, can't believe that somebody would want that. And honestly, a lot of guys that I've watched on YouTube have helped with that because some of the things you pick up are better. $3 toner, no doubt. A Dansk wood canoe shaped bowl. Wow. Who would think wood canoe shaped bowl found for $6.99? Me and my buddy Alan Homesteader, we actually went thrifting to Elizabeth City. I mean, you're a little bit familiar with North Carolina. I don't know if you're where that's at, but we found some toners for $2.99 a piece. There was actually 4 of them, and we split them, and they sold for what was it, $1.15 a piece. So pretty big flips. But toner's kind of a no-brainer once you know to look for. If it's sealed, for sure, it's great. There's tons of people that buy that, and when you list it, they buy it. So. Yeah, occasionally you find good stuff. So do you do a lot of that kind of stuff? Bowls? I haven't done a lot of glassware myself. Hmm. $6 for 200. My absolute biggest flip is one of my videos in the channel prior was a K3. It's like a Krosnoff or something like that. It's a camera, a 16 millimeter film camera, and that thing sold for $300, and I got it at a yard sale for $4. That's been my absolute biggest flip so far. There was some people that had that thing listed for like $400 and $500, but I didn't get that. But vintage woods, brass, and glass. I've heard that brass is pretty hot right now. So yeah, I just don't know what I'm really looking at with the whole glass stuff. I've been to auctions and people do that Fenton glass and other kinds. I do think the Vaseline glass is cool because it glows in the dark, but or not glows in the dark, but under the black light it glows. So I think that's cool. But wood, I picked up a statue today. I actually left it in the car, but it's I think it might be porcelain. It's a big eagle that I got for $3. I don't know. Hopefully you'll do something. It's kind of heavier than what I like to ship, but I thought it was cool. It's probably like this big. So pretty neat. Pretty well. Yeah, Alan Homesteader showed me what he got with that. He actually has 3 laser disc players. One of them's like $830. He got them for $10 a piece. So that is a big find for sure. One of those things. $11. I don't know what else you guys got going on. I am trying to get finished up for the evening. So I do appreciate y'all coming on. I think I'm going to get off myself. So thank you guys for hanging out. And hopefully we'll continue to start doing more of a regular live feed. And if anybody wants to jump on that, I'll try to schedule that in the future. So thank you guys for watching. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you would. And we'll look to continue to improve broadcasts. So you guys have a good evening. Thanks.